Hello, everyone. I was riding so high after the snail that I thought, oh, let's get right to the butterfly. I was so excited. I thought, this is just going to be awesome. And I still didn't get my camera angles correct. I am still trying to figure that out, and I apologize. One day, I'm going to be so good at this. Either that or I'm just not. And you're going to have to deal with this kind of stuff for the rest of your lives. Um, I hated this project. I gotta be honest. I don't know why it was so different from the snail, but it just was. Now, I did enjoy painting in these little flower parts that I start with, but when it came to the rest of the butterfly, I had no ideas. Like I couldn't come up with a color scheme. I thought I was doing rainbow and then it just ended up not being rainbow. And okay, I didn't start with the flowers. I started with the antenna. Anyways, I just did not enjoy this project like I did the snail. But I still finished it off. So instead of going on and on about how much I didn't like this, I thought, hey, let's do some butterfly facts because it's been a while since I did it. Did you know? So, butterfly facts from Laurie. Did you know butterflies taste with their feet? This actually helps them know if a leaf they land on is good for laying eggs. And they'll always lay their eggs. I think this is common in a lot of insects on the underside of the leaf so that they're protected from like wind and rain and all that good stuff. So, but their feet, it's so weird. They taste with their feet. They can use their antenna to smell, though not all species of butterfly can smell. Isn't that crazy? Can't imagine not being able to smell. A group of butterflies is called a flutter, or sometimes it's called a kaleidoscope. Either way, I think that's awesome. A little flutter of butterflies or a kaleidoscope of butterflies. I can totally see a kaleidoscope of butterflies, especially when you find a group of them together. We once went hiking. I can't remember where. Utah is so good for hiking. If you guys ever come, we've got just mountain ranges galore, and you can go hiking up in them all over the place. But there was one area we were hiking in, and there really was like this little collection. It must have just been an area where butterflies had just hatched because they were all over the place. And they were little flutters, little kaleidoscopes of butterflies everywhere. So you just never know. You got to watch where you're walking so you don't end up stepping on your butterflies. So, did you know their eyes are made of 6,000 lenses and can see ultraviolet light? That is pretty cool. However, they can only see the colors green, red, and yellow. And that's kind of all they need because that's what most flowers are: green, red, and yellow. Did you know there are 165,000 known species of butterflies and moths? Now, butterflies and moths are both um, placed under a really sciency name that I can't remember. So, but butterflies mostly fly in the day while moths are more active at night. Did you know they can be found on every continent except Antarctica? I wouldn't want to be caught on Antarctica either, so I'm okay with that. But I would love to know, like, oh, like what butterflies are more common in some place like Africa as opposed to North America. Like oh, are they different? Like, are they more colorful? I don't know. I just think that would be cool, but not enough that I want to look that up. Did you know butterfly wings are actually clear? I think I did know this, but it's kind of like with dragonflies. Dragonflies are my absolute favorite. Love, love, love dragonflies. But dragonflies and butterflies, their wings are actually clear. What we see is when light is reflected um, oh, off of those scales. I guess they're scales that are on there. The colors and patterns that we see are the reflections of those tiny scales that cover them. So I think that's really cool. And did you know that their wings actually move in a figure eight motion? I had no idea. I thought they just flapped up and down. So that's pretty cool. Now, did you know the smallest species of butterfly measures only about a half an inch to a three quarters of an inch, while the largest can reach up to 12 inches? Can you imagine a 12-inch butterfly? Now, I don't know if that means like the body itself is 12 inches or if it's like from the wingspan, but either way, that would be huge. Maybe those are the butterflies in Africa. I don't know why I'm obsessed with Africa all of a sudden. Look at me go. Did you know the metamorphosis of a caterpillar into a butterfly typically takes 10 to 15 days? I mean, I guess I thought it was longer. I thought it would take a lot longer for them to change into butterflies. I was going to try to say something smart like metamorphosize, and then I thought, I don't even know if that's a word. Did you know that butterflies are cold blooded? This I did know. But did you know that butterflies are cold blooded? They cannot fly if their body temp is lower than 86 degrees. Whereas I cannot fly if my body temp is over 86 degrees because, or at least it's 86 degrees outside, which is why I am not outside mowing the lawn right now because it is already in the 80s and it's only 9:30 in the morning. Oh, it's going to be a long, long summer. Did you know that monarch butterflies fly from the Great Lakes to the Gulf of Mexico? It's a journey of over 2,000 miles, and then they'll fly back in the spring. Now, the interesting thing that I found out about this is that the same butterfly doesn't make it the entire way because this can take months and months. And so, as new butterflies are born along the way, like caterpillars to butterflies, they will actually still make that trek down to Mexico before coming back up to the United States. So I thought that was really interesting. Most butterflies will live for about a month. Um, the shortest lifespan, I believe they say, is 24 hours, but they didn't say which butterfly that was. However, one called the brimstone butterfly has the longest lifespan of 9 to 12 months. Did you know butterflies and insects have their skeletons on the outside of their bodies? I think most of us know this, but it's interesting to think about a butterfly having that, especially when you think about their wings. Their wings are actually scales. And a lot of butterflies will actually use those scales um, as camouflage, or they will, to try to mimic or appear. I don't know how they do that. Like, do they choose their patterns, especially if they're clear? How exactly do they manage to get the different colors? These are things that I don't know, and I don't think I need to know, but I would like to know. But then I would be extra cool because I would know this kind of stuff. But anyways, last one. Did you know that male butterflies drink from mud puddles? It's called puddling to extract minerals that can't be found in flowers. So I thought that was really interesting. So here I am feeling frustrated with my little butterfly. I couldn't decide on the colors. I just didn't, something just didn't sit right. I really didn't like the red down in there, and I thought the purple was too dark as well. So I think I go back over that with a lighter purple. But I don't know what it was about this particular project that I just didn't find it to be quite as fun, quite as enjoyable as the snail. And maybe it's just the patterning on it that I didn't know what to do with it. But that's okay. I love butterflies, anyways. I've just decided that I'm going to tell people my grandkids painted that one. Doesn't matter that I don't have any grandkids, that'll shock a lot of people. But that's what I'm going to tell people, anyways. It was the grandkids. I do have a grand doggy. She's a bundle full of energy. It's crazy. Now, the only other big question that I have for myself while I was painting this is what am I going to put in it? Because it really is significantly big in the back there. And I am just like, "Ugh, I don't know what to put in it. I don't want to plant something simply because it's so tiny. And I'm not good at the gardening. I know I keep saying that over and over, but it's just true. I'm not good at the gardening. So I think I have these three little planters that I think I'm going to work on either next week or the week after that I want to paint up and put outside. And again, I don't know what I'm going to put in them, but I'm having an idea. I've been seeing people do these really cute little, like, pretend cactus rocks that they paint up. And so I think I might do that. I think that would be really cute, especially in terracotta um, little pots. And so maybe I'll do something similar and just figure out a way to fill in the pot itself so that I can sit everything else on top, to sit the rocks on top so that they kind of stand up. I'll have to do some video watching. Oh, darn. That'll be so sad for me. I'll have to do some video watching and see how people put together those kind of things. Anyways, at this point, I was just trying to find colors to fill in. I was trying to decide, should I fill in the background with black? What should I even paint the body? Should I stick with the gray or should I go with black? It was just very, I don't know, maybe it was because it was too intricate. The pattern was so varied and I just didn't have the brain power like I thought I was going to. But if nothing else, this at least teaches me that really try to have more of a plan before I go into coloring. See, I thought about then that just went wrong with the eyes. Oh my goodness, you guys, it was just. And then I kept trying to color over it without letting it dry properly, and that's when I decided to just go with. Wait, did I go with the same gray? Now I don't even remember. I guess we'll find out in a minute. There we go. I go in with the same gray as the antenna. All in all, it's not horrible. It's not like a horrible job, but again, I feel like you know a kid could have colored this one in. I did give him a little smiley face though. In any case, he is sitting outside with my snail. My snail friend has a snail friend or a butterfly friend, and if I could find a dragonfly one, oh, that would be awesome. I love dragonflies. I just think they're absolutely beautiful, and there's just something magical about them. In any case, I think the video's about done. I hope you guys make it a great day, and we'll talk to you later. Bye bye.